Okay. I think we're
Right.
good.
Yeah, I just.
All right. So I'm just gonna do Indiana Jones for a little bit. It's not gonna be a super long stream or nothing.
Oh shit! It's already 11:15. I'd be like, yeah. Fuck. Yeah. So yeah, it was super easy. It was just boring, but even then, time passed by a lot faster than I thought it would. It wasn't too bad, and it's right next to a Korean barbecue place. So that's a nice smell.
Okay. Well, that doesn't sound too bad.
No, it's way less busy than the last gas station I was working at. So the only thing that sucks is that they don't have Wi-Fi there. So I'm like, well, shit. 'Cause, like I can't with using my phone's data. I can't watch like YouTube videos
Right.
or even connect to the internet at all for anything. When I was talking to you on Discord earlier while I was there was because that's like the equivalent of a text message. It's not a huge deal.
Right. One
But
second.
watching,
Oh, never
yeah,
mind. Never mind. Never
watching
mind.
videos.
Right. Well, you could prepare ahead of time and download videos to your phone if you have enough space on it.
It's a thing I really don't. But you're exactly correct that that's something that I gotta be considering. Anyway, how'd the day go for you?
Pretty unremarkable.
I saw I think it was like a really earlier today. I almost feel like it was at noon, but you did go on a stream earlier today.
Yeah, I streamed for an hour because we
Well,
hired
what
an offense.
was
We hired an offensive
uh,
coordinator yesterday. I thought it'd be a good idea to go live for a little bit and discuss it.
well, how'd that go? Because if Hawk's Nest is more well, was it with Hawk's Nest?
No, no, no. It was solo.
Oh, okay. Well, then was it at least a decent stream?
Yeah, I'm happy.
Okay, my opening ad break finally finished, and I gotta say, um, where the perspective that you had as this was starting, where before you go to put on your hat, it's you're looking at Indy in third person, and then now you're behind his eyes.
Right.
The game looks so much better right before it took that first person view. I feel like if there was a mod that actually put this game in a third person, or if they do like Resident Evil 8 did, where a couple of months after release they finally added third person in the options, that it would be extremely popular.
Well, that's something that should be determined in focus testing before you release the game. You know?
Yeah, and that's definitely a concerning thing to think about because Bethesda's not a small company.
Right.
And any game that is using an IP that is this famous, and the game has a high enough budget to where you've got Troy Baker involved with it, like you're obviously not phoning this one in. This is not the Kirkland brand video game where you're cutting corners. So why the fuck didn't they focus that kind of thing? So much of this game feels like they were just trying to get it out as soon as possible.
Which we know is not true because it was delayed over a year, or almost a year, because it was supposed to be released with Dial of Destiny.
So just so many different questions. Cyberpunk should have been in third person. I see where you're coming from because, like you said, with all the different ways you can customize yourself with different cybernetic upgrades and shit. So, like, I get that, but the game was so incredibly buggy for years after release that having it in first person the way that they did made it so that it was just easier to hide more of that.
So, have you been following at all the stuff happening with the markets today?
No, I've heard lots of people like freaking out over it, but I haven't, you know. I don't even know what the hell the Chinese did that made all this happen in the first place.
They released a new AI application called, what was it called? Like deep what's it called? Deep Link or Deep Sync or something. And it is better than every other AI program that's been released so far and threatens to make a lot of other AI programs obsolete, so the tech companies are getting panic sold.
Oh. Well, now that's pretty funny that it would cause this kind of crazy panic, because I know everyone was. Six Flags says it was DeepSeek, and a cursory Google search tells me that's accurate. But I know everyone's freaking out over AI right now, but while AI has extraordinary potential, there's really not, in my view, a ton that it can really do. Because I mean, let's think about Grok and ChatGPT as examples. You know, people freak out about, oh my god, ChatGPT can write code, but like the code is dog shit, and you have to know how to code well enough to be able to parse what's actually usable and what's not. Grok does an excellent job of writing stories, as we've known for years and have used a great deal of, gotten a lot of entertainment value out of it. And I don't know about other AI models that do, but Grok is making, you know, good images and all that sort of stuff. But when you really think about it, you know, ChatGPT's value isn't any better than a search engine, other than giving you something faster, but it could easily be complete dog shit. Compared to if you just actually done, you know, a quick Google search. And then a story writing machine, which is great and everything, but you know, that's really not too amazing. And the same with image generation. So, you know, if this thing is incredible and it has a lot of upside and extraordinary potential, that's fantastic. But is it really worth like another .com bubble burst kind of situation over this? Like, it seems premature to me. But I'm not the guys who have billions of dollars investing in stocks, so
Well,
that's just my take on it.
this may present a decent opportunity to enter. I will say that.
It'd be nice.
Chazdaz, I'm fine with either result, honestly. I think both results are fine. Chiefs, Eagles. I'm okay either
Now,
way.
it's not possible for the Super Bowl to end in a tie, right?
It would have to be some kind of like terrorist attack that makes them decide the game doesn't count, and then
But
nobody has the
is
stomach
right.
to ask for it to like continue later.
But essentially, if the score was tied in overtime, and even well, due to overtime rules, that wouldn't work. Just no one ever scored in overtime. Obviously, this would never happen, but we could theoretically have a game that lasts for a week, right? Because there's no actual end to the game. It's not supposed to end in a tie.
Yeah, I guess that's likely true, but it's obviously unthinkable that the game could go more than like 3 or 4 overtimes without a score.
Exactly, because at some point, eventually, somebody would just be so tired and say, "Fuck it, I don't even care anymore." That somebody could just walk it into the end zone. You know, it's it it's virtually impossible to even think of. You know, like you said, I don't even think it'd go to a second overtime because we've only had one Super Bowl even go in overtime in the first place, right?
2.
Two. Okay.
Patriots, Falcons, and Niners, Chiefs.
Last year went to overtime.
Yes.
Damn, I really wasn't giving half a shit. Yeah. Um. Yeah, that makes sense. The way that things shook out for the Dolphins last year, I was so depressed that I just like tuned out the whole rest of the playoffs. I was still paying attention, but I just like blocked out that whole thing. Fair enough. Um, but yeah, that's just my opinion too. I don't really care what happens here. The only thing that I would want is for something very funny to happen.
There's a story to
But if it's just a stock standard game, who cares?
He spoke the truth
No.
about the under.
I think you should swim down.
But if one team or the other gets absolutely blown the fuck out, that'd be hilarious. Because, like, I didn't give a shit about Broncos Seahawks, but that was incredible.
Do they really have rebreathers like this in the 1930s? I guess they probably did, but I don't think they were this freaking small. I basically pulled out that thing that Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan used in the Phantom Menace.
In the 30s, the underwater breathing equipment was like Bioshock style diving suits.
Okay.
So something like even that was no. Chaz asks, do you play a variety of games usually, or do you have a favorite game right now?
I am a variety streamer. I
Yes.
definitely do not have one game that I always stick with, but I do have games that are my favorite. I just wouldn't stream those games constantly because that'd be boring.
Yes. Here.
Like, I'm gonna beat this over the next couple of days here, and then when I beat it, Poppy Playtime Chapter 4 should be just about to release. And then we'll play
Yes,
that.
Tunnel.
it's in effectively, well, no, never mind, 3 days from now. Because I was going to look at math, and I'm all like, well, the 28th to the 30th, that's 2 days, but no, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is the release.
Right. And I may not be able to stream tomorrow because I have something going on, so I wanted to make sure I got in at least a little bit tonight.
Fair enough.
We still don't know if Poppy Playtime's the last or the second to last chapter, right?
Let me check.
Structure. It looks Khmer.
Very popular question, so...
Water to power their machinery. Ancient gear train. Most of the gears are missing. Cogs aren't in the right place.
What I'm able to tell, nobody has any idea, but just about everybody thinks that it will not be, because there are so many different things that still need to happen, apparently, that the idea would be, if it was all in just Chapter 4, then not only would it be by far the longest, but it also would have taken way longer to develop than how long it's been since the last one.
Alright.
Hurts is the 5th or 6th QB under 27 to make multiple Super Bowls. What's crazy is that obviously he's done all this behind a Hall of Fame offensive line. Probably the best offensive line that we've seen from a single team for this amount of seasons, probably ever. They're so fucking good that they basically made the tush push an actual viable thing.
Mm-hmm.
Which is next to unthinkable. So, while of course a ton of people would want to constantly talk about how Hurts is like actually a really good quarterback, especially brain dead Eagles fans that were trying to say that he was actually an MVP candidate last year.
Khmer.
To be completely honest with you, I think Jimmy Garoppolo would have made the same Super Bowls, especially this year.
Yeah,
Literally,
he would have done
yeah.
it differently, but he would have done it.
Yeah. Literally, the only thing you need is a guy who's not going to lose you games.
Mm-hmm.
This Eagles offensive line is so good, and Saquon Barkley's having such an incredible season. You could put just about anybody on this team, and they would have at least made the NFC Championship game.
Like, Jalen Hurts can throw for 115 yards in a game, and the Eagles can still win comfortably.
I think I know.
Yeah,
what to
like
do.
by more than one score at least.
Mm-hmm. Wait a minute. There was a gear. Where'd it go?
Could it possibly be hidden behind a larger gear that you put up already?
Could be. Hold on. Did it despawn or something? Wait a minute. Oh. Oh. Okay, well, we definitely needed to do that at some point, so that's good, but the damn gear. I had two, and now there's one. It's like one just fucking disappeared into the ether or something.
Yeah, if you could remove the large gear, I think maybe it's hiding behind it.
Okay, let me
Okay,
just throw all the ones we have.
I was wrong.
Wait a minute. Now that one's gone too. It's like I'm putting them in my pocket.
Yeah, you are. So it's got to be in your inventory somewhere.
I am very confused.
Maybe it is in your inventory, but you can't select it, but you could still walk up to the place you could place it and
wait a
put
minute.
it on.
You're right. Okay. There we go. Well, that's really annoying because none of the other cogwheels go in my inventory.
Yeah, that's really stupid.
That's done. Now the other side.
I guess it makes sense from the perspective of when you think about it in terms of who you're making the game for. The average gamer is going to be, maybe lower IQ, especially somebody who's just playing this game because it's on Game Pass and, it's the new thing. And, hey, Indiana Jones, So, because I mean, even though it was hidden in your inventory and you couldn't actually select it, if you're the kind of person who's just button mashing E constantly, you wouldn't have even noticed.
Right. Almost. Okay, there we go.
That's both of them done.
Oh, good.
Fun.
Let's try this.
How the hell did that even happen?
I fell into the water pit.
I didn't even know there was a water pit.
That's how I got in here in the first place.
It must have been when I was reading chat and not actually watching the gameplay feed.
Jones! Wow. What's that?
And, by the way, DeepSeek reportedly collects IP, keystroke patterns, and device info and stores it in China.
Stay still.
Yeah, that's pretty much goes without saying.
If you were afraid of snakes,
Snake.
wouldn't you pick a different profession?
Well, I think you would want to stay away from specific areas where they're likely to have snakes. So,
This place gives me the heebie-jeebies.
him
The Hebrew what?
doing archaeological digs and stuff in the mountains, you're not going to find many snakes. So he should really be a guy who specializes in like inking and spends a lot of time in South America.
I mean, I guess it's all to set up the joke, right? It's like, oh, he's afraid of snakes. Oh, in the climax, we're going to go to a place with a lot of snakes.
Yeah, of course. But the real thing that I think is stupid is that when you're scared of a thing, you actually know quite a bit about it because you're trying to avoid it a lot, at least in my experience. So if he's someone who's afraid of snakes, wouldn't he only be afraid of the poisonous snakes? I mean, it's at the same time, you could sit there and say somebody who's scared of spiders, if it's a spider that's not venomous and is in no way dangerous to humans, that doesn't stop them from freaking out when they see it. But like, if it's a snake that he knows is not poisonous, like that one that he just had on his shoulders, why couldn't he just grab it himself? Even if he did, the heebie-jeebies noise, like ooh, as he goes to grab it and throw it off, like it's not going to hurt him.
Yeah, I mean, I think
He should know that.
it is an irrational fear.
For sure, but at the same time, like I said, because plenty of people who are scared of spiders still go and kill them when they see one. Even if they're like, ooh, and, obviously you're freaking out, when you've got the fucking bundled up toilet paper and you're going to smush it, and if you miss, and then the thing starts running all around all over the place, you go, ah! Like, I get that, but at the same time, you're not, like, deathly afraid compared to if it was just, like, a common, the regular kind of spider you find in your house versus the Black Widow.
Right. What am I supposed to do here?
Watch where you're steering.
Get through here? No, not really.
Thankfully, the ancient Nephilim left all these, this yellow paint on the rocks where we need to go.
He said he talked to it. It was just some statue.
Based.
Oh, shit! Oh, shit! No! Oh, shit. Okay, so do not go into the water.
There's a fucking crocodile in there, Jesus.
Do not drink the Indiana Jones potion at 3 a.m.
I don't see any way up there.
While mooning an alligator.
Why don't you see a way in?
No, maybe at the next tower.
Now I'm remembering that that video of the guy throwing meat to the croc and it fucking...
I don't think that's supposed to be a crocodile. It's supposed to be a giant snake. But I'm not sure.
Oh! There are snakes that are amphibious, water snakes.
I think it was called the bus that couldn't slow down. You know, Big Country, I was thinking about this the other day. It should be the easiest thing in the world to turn the yellow paint off, right? Like, if they could just put that option in games. Either leave the yellow paint on or turn it off. And people who want to be handheld can be, and the people who don't want to be won't be.
Yeah, you'd think so, man. Bro, are you kidding me?
Can't do that. All because he didn't approve of us kissing.
Jones!
Oh man, I'm cold. Yeah, weather in my area is crazy, man. It's like 37 degrees right now, but tomorrow afternoon it's going to be 84.
So no one told us.
He said he talked to it. It wasn't just some statue.
He's a storyteller. He exaggerated.
Huh.
He's just told me spoke the truth about the underwater tunnel.
Wait, they're recycling dialogue from the last area I was in. That has to be a glitch.
Maybe they really are just that lazy. It is Bethesda.
Like, that bit of dialogue doesn't apply to the area that we're in right now.
Remember, when you've got Troy Baker doing a voice in your game, you have to pay by the syllable.
What is your favorite Troy Baker role he's done so far?
He was Revolver Ocelot in MGS5, right?
I think so. It was either him or Nolan North. You might have to check that. I think you're right, though.
Watch out for the snake.
Oh. Oh god, it is a giant snake. It's Jormungandr. Oh no. This game is turning into God of War now. We just met Jormungandr.
Yeah.
Just a snake.
So yeah, I definitely understand why the captions
Big snake.
put up Indy underwater scream.
Yeah, because he's underwater and he screamed. It makes all the sense in the world.
Obviously, especially in a franchise like Indiana Jones, realism is not the primary concern. But, you know, just to let everybody know, while there are underwater snakes, none of them are that big.
Right.
Not even close. Okay, Troy Baker did the English voice and facial capture for Revolver Ocelot in Metal Gear Solid 5. So yeah, it's that one because you know, like I'm not sitting here saying I think that he did an amazing job, but just I really liked MGS5 and you know it was okay. Boss, get down, the enemy sniper.
It was so nice to have a game where Revolver Ocelot and Solid Snake were working together. Instead of them doing the eternal dance of betrayal. Like, to have them be friends and colleagues. I know, but it wasn't Snake. It was fucking Venom Snake or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
Yes.
Could probably not have any clothes on if I'm doing this, honestly.
That's how the ancient Greeks did it.
Dude, Where's an air pocket? I need an air pocket. Here we go.
Jesus. That was close. Didn't expect this. This architecture reminds me of the cave underneath Khufu's pyramid. The servants.
You know what I would do if I was the owner of the Buffalo Bills franchise?
What?
I would find that Bills fan who crashed out like that on live, and I would give him season tickets.
That guy. Oh, man. I have not seen anybody figure out who that is, so they haven't been able to dox his life into oblivion yet, but it's probably coming.
Yeah.
I'm going to just pretend that it's the same Bills fan that was throwing up into his fist.
Never seen a mushroom that big.
Good for him. He appears to have lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, he gets a lot of exercise yelling at all the black people
Exactly.
on his football team
Exactly.
every week.
Exactly. Maybe I can use this.
You and I both know it is indeed physically exhausting. Oh man, that was hilarious. Just watching you throw the trident, and it just bounced off the rock. Oh, that was funny.
Let's see here.
At least you have infinite tridents.
Yeah, somehow. Okay,
Oh man, Indiana Jones is trying to find the amazing the great circle, this extraordinary archaeological find. Unbeknownst to him, he accidentally found Sleipnir.
wow, that is I can't believe how well I threw that trident in there, man.
Yeah.
That thing is stuck in there more than I would be stuck into Sydney Sweeney if she were here right now.
Woodbury.
Jesus. It's just a bad dream. It's gotta be.
Oh,
It's not good. Gotta get a better view. Stacks of stone blocks covered in script. Like a prehistoric library.
Were there ever snakes that big at any point in the history of the Earth, I wonder? Are they going to try to do something where...
maybe during the I don't. Let me go.
Wasn't there a movie made about this exact topic called Anaconda? I thought that movie was a documentary.
Titanoboa jonensis lived in South America in what is modern day Colombia 60 million years ago.
Mhm.
Was a swamp dwelling predator that could grow to be over 40 feet long and weigh more than a ton.
Okay. We're at least in the ballpark.
Yes. While it would live in the swamp, it was not a water snake. It would swim around or nothing.
Now, I don't know if you have the ability to even know this yet, but do you know what time of day the Poppy Playtime Chapter 4 releases? Is it like midnight, 9 p.m., 9 a.m.? Every game, it seems like it's different.
Well,
I don't know if Steam page has like a countdown yet. Sometimes they do.
it may, so that's what I'm checking now. So it just says the day, not the time.
Alright, so we may not know yet. Okay. Come on, get up there. Indy, you asshole. Indy, get up there and stay up there.
Highly believed to be noon our time, because all three of the previous chapters have released at 3 p.m. Eastern time, which is noon for us.
Okay, that's right when I'm starting my stream with the Hawk's Nest, so once I'm done with that, I could swing right in, basically. Wouldn't be able to play it directly at launch, but everyone's going to be at work anyway, so I'm not too upset about that.
Yeah. Yeah, so unless they released it for the first time at a completely different time than any of the others, it should be then.
Well, I'm probably dead. Come get me, Snake Man. Where am I trying to get to anyway? Over there? Gotta be over there. I really hope somebody finds out who that guy is, just so I can watch the whole stream of him crashing out, because you know that's not the only thing he said.
Oh, man. For sure.
Remember in Crystal Skull that scene where they're trying to pull Indy out of the quicksand and they have to use a live snake as a rope?
Yes.
That snake was incredibly strong, man.
Yeah.
That snake was a trooper.
Well, what's really impressive is that Shia LaBeouf managed to get through that scene without saying, I got a snake for you to pull. I wonder what he's up to these days.
Isn't he mostly in, like, art house films that nobody sees? I liked him in Fury. He was good in that movie. I don't know if you saw that one. That was the tank movie with Brad Pitt.
Yes, I saw it, yes. 38 years old, wow.
Isn't I wonder if the last thing he did was He Will Not Divide Us. Remember that shit?
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Oh, the last film he was in was Megalopolis. How about
Ah.
that?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I remember that. I read about that. He was basically playing a fucking I think he was basically playing like a Donald Trump XP.
Shia
Fuck.
LaBeouf as Claudio Pulcher, Caesar's jealous cousin. Caesar is the main character, the protagonist played by Adam Driver. I think Adam Driver was a Donald Trump XP.
I think Adam Driver was supposed to be Obama and what's the name of Giancarlo Esposito was like a George W. Bush XP, and the plot of the movie was, in a metaphorical sense, Bush and Obama team up to defeat Donald Trump, who
Oh,
was
maybe.
Shia, I think. But I haven't seen it, and I don't know if I want to. It might be, like, funny, but it might also be too boring to be funny. I don't know.
I know it's here.
Good lord. Yes, Megalopolis, big time flop. Total crap.
All-timer.
An armored werewolf. What the hell happened here?
God, oh God, oh God. Alright, here we go. Now we just keep throwing tridents at this thing.
Again?
We're doing a boss fight against the giant snake now.
Oh, jeez. That's what the trident's for. So this is like a shittier version of the Del Lago fight in Resident Evil 4.
Right. Out of tridents. Oh, wait, no, I'm not. Oh,
I
nice.
hope that did it. Only good steak is a dead steak.
Man, Indiana Jones is racist. I like this game more now. Be right back, everybody. Okay, I am back. So tomorrow you're working the graveyard shift, you said?
No, 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 no. So it was for today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. I'm in the afternoon.
Okay. Like you
And then
were
on,
today. Okay.
yes. Then on Thursday, I've already forgotten. I think I have to come in even earlier because there's like a mandatory training or something going on.
Okay.
Ugh.
So whose penis do you have to suck to get Wi-Fi installed at the
Yeah, I'm pretty unhappy about that, but I get it.
mhm.
I'm just like, man, this sucks.
Well, you said you were thinking about getting a new phone soon, I think, right?
That's the hope, but it's just on the list of things that I got to do.
Mhm. And you might not even be working there by the time you resolve that, actually, now that I think about it.
Yes, because in well, literally tomorrow. Now that it's the 28th, on the 29th, the freeze out for me ends with accepting Amazon jobs. So if at any point after that, my old place opens back up, then I'll just be right back down.
I assume that a place like a gas station is pretty used to people being in and out of there very quickly.
Yeah. The only thing I was initially concerned about would be the potential of hurting my friend's reputation because he vouched for me to get me the job.
Mm-hmm.
If I just quit, like, after less than a week, it looks like egg on his face. But this is like a company that owns several different franchises, and I didn't even end up at the one that my friend works at. He just works for the corporation. So it was still a valid recommendation, and without a doubt is the reason that I got the job. But in terms of there being like any blowback on him because I didn't last very long, it's not even the store.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think he'd understand, given that,
I already
you know.
yeah, I already let him know. He was like, "Oh, yeah, I don't care."
Mhm.
The retribution.
Yeah. He only works there part-time anyway. It's not like his career or anything. He's like, "Yeah, it's just a nice place and that they really like him." So they're like, "Yeah, sure, we'll do you a solid."
Mhm.
I'll take care of this one.
Oh, shit.
Ancient relic, it's literally just a clay cylinder.
Yeah, that's like a collectible item you find throughout the game. Like, there are probably like 10 to 15 in every area. So it's just like a generic find all the X thing.
And that's fine. It was just really funny to me that it pops up ancient relic and then you look at the thing and it just looks like someone like made a clay statue of a turd.
Yeah, it just looks like a old dildo or something.
Exactly. It's like that's what the fuck is this? Like,
Are you a full-time content creator? And if so, what would you recommend to do to gain an audience? Accidentally stream yourself masturbating.
and tell a story about how your parents failed to purchase a specific toy when you were a child.
Hmm. Honestly, you have to be willing to do it for years and years and years with no payoff. Like, I did this for years with
Yeah.
barely anybody watching just because I thought it was fun. And it slowly caught on. And once it caught on, I was like, okay, I guess I can do this more seriously now. And then it's just a feedback loop at that point.
Yeah, I mean, I still remember when it started taking off for you. I didn't even know that this was something you did up until you were like, "Oh, cool, my YouTube channel's taking off." I'm like, "You're what?"
Hmm. Yeah. The only other way is to be the first to the market, which is what Darkside Phil was. He was the first person to do
Yeah.
Let's Play content. So his stuff was getting millions of views simply because he was the only one doing it. And he admits his
Yeah.
content was bad, and if he wasn't the first one there, it never would have done anything. Oh shit.
Right. Right, for sure. The same is true of Destiny. He was the first person to really do Twitch streaming as a job. He wasn't the first person to ever do, streaming on what was at the time Justin TV, but he was the guy who essentially he wrote the blueprint for all of that shit. He was the first guy to start using a webcam to show him while he's playing. He was the first guy to do donations. That would do a text to speech readout of the donation. He was the first guy to do streaming on Twitch as a job. So if he wasn't first, considering what a humongous piece of shit he is, yeah, if he wasn't first, he would not have made it.
Well, he also used to be a different person too. He used to be much more.
Oh, big time, and that's definitely what grew his audience, and that's another thing. If he tried being who he is now, at the start, I don't think he'd have caught on either. Because back then he was like 4chan, the streamer,
Yeah.
and people loved that shit. I loved it. It's why I was fucking watching him.
Oh, yeah. Did you see? You may have not noticed this because we were talking about other stuff
Mhm.
earlier. But let me go back and find it. Yeah, here we go.
All right, let me see. That is exactly what it looks like when Grok starts generating a picture. It's bad where you can clearly tell that it's heading in that direction. Like it's gonna do it, and then the programming kicks in.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty funny. That is really funny. Um, that should be all the evidence anyone needs where they shouldn't be too concerned about this. Like it appears to have caught Western companies flat-footed because it's just more advanced in terms of its capability than anything that we have right now. But the Chinese are intentionally hamstringing themselves by throwing their own form of censorship on it. The way that you would be able to outdo it is if, when Elon first came out with Grok and it was insanely based because there were no shackles on it, that's what an AI should be. That's what, whoever actually commits to doing that is going to capture the market, in my view, without question. Because that's when it comes right down to it, all these different AIs are just going to be capable of doing the exact same thing. It's just a question of what it can't do is going to be the difference maker. So if you don't have the shackles on there, you're like, hey, look, introducing new anti-Semitic AI. Nobody else can do that, so Actually, that gives me an idea.
Yeah, Grok is having a. Yeah, Grok's not having a very good day with this picture generation thing. Have you ever tried Genshin? Genshin Impact? No. I actually don't even know what Genshin Impact is, other than that it's a video game that exists. I know nothing about it.
Genshin Impact is a action role-playing game produced by Ho Verse. The game features an anime-style open-world environment and an action-based battle system using elemental magic and character switching.
Okay, yeah, I have not played it. My feet have been so itchy the last couple days. I don't get it.
I was watching some quick gameplay of Genshin Impact. It looks pretty generic. The only thing that sucks is that it's a gacha game, so that on top of what I have zero interest in it. Uh-oh.
The fall.
Jones, where are you? Jones? Are you alright?
Yeah!
Can you come get me?
Stay put! I'm coming!
Thank God the snake didn't eat you.
It was close. Okay?
Good work. What is this place?
I'm not sure. Kinda reminds me of the cave where I found the Idol of Ra.
How could a cave built by the ancient Egyptians,
I don't think it was built by the Egyptians.
the Nephilim order?
Maybe.
So, the ancestors of the Vatican giant built this place and the cave underneath the Great Pyramid in Giza many thousands of years ago. It sounds impossible.
So, can anybody use DeepSeek, or do you have to be like in China through a VPN to use it? I wonder.
What could these handles?
I don't know. But there's two of them.
I'll take this one. You take the
That is an incredible point. Like, what the fuck was the psychiatrist even... Well, obviously you use this as an escape. That's why everyone does everything.
there. That's
Oh, God.
'Cause, you know, I'm sure you know better than me, but Norm was very much a gambling addict.
Yes, yes.
this statue. It's like he's guarding something.
He actually did the play-by-play commentary for the final season of High Stakes Poker back in the day. Unfortunately,
Doesn't
I
look like
didn't
any of
think
the
he was very
traditional Siamese
good
game
at
anymore.
it,
Maybe it was invented by the Nephilim.
because the first 6 seasons were done by Gabe Kaplan, and I was so used to
Hard
Gabe
picture the
Kaplan
Nephilim having fun.
that Norm Macdonald doing it was just so different. It just didn't work.
These stone pieces. They must be part of the puzzle. The game reveals the secret.
Oh, are we playing a game, Jones? I love games. That hatch is open. You're getting the hang of this. Look at that. It opened a hatch. It opened, but all the pieces were pointing at it. A map.
Sukhothai, perhaps. Not sure. I'll have to study it some more. This. Mountain. Rock. Stone. It's here, Gina. This map shows the way to the stone.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Check it out.
This is great. We are ahead of us.
Never doubted.
Now, the question is it because Zendaya is now too expensive, or is it because they want to put
Bad angle.
the silverback they cast as Juliet in there?
Got it.
Well, remember, the rumored casting for Black
Let's find a
Cat
way
was
out of
Sydney
here.
Sweeney.
I completely forgot about that until you mentioned it. Finally, they're actually gonna. Because I mean, like, who the fuck else could it possibly be? Number one, that's exactly what you want to do if you want to make money, and Marvel is desperate to win back their audience. And number two, that actually makes sense within the realm of the comics, because like the only romantic interest that Peter had is Mary Jane, Gwen Stacy, and Black Cat. That's it. And Sydney Sweeney was, I don't think they confirmed who her character is, but she would be perfect for Black Cat.
I mean, there are only so many busty blonde characters in
You know what you did?
Spider.
That's the only. That's the
Darn it, you
only
win.
busty blonde character. Like, just Gwen
I'm gonna give
Stacy
you
was
what
in
you
high school. She didn't have massive.
It's just right here.
Oh, Bon Barracudas. Bon Hanukkah Hoogs. Yeah. Oh, fuck me. It's already 12:30.
Yeah, I was wondering if you were going to be tired tonight or not, but then you were like, oh, the job was so easy. Okay, we can grind out a little bit.
Alright, I'll be right back then. I'm gonna grab some stogies.
Alright, I may not be going too much longer, though, for whatever that's worth.
Are you okay?
Doing great.
I will find a way down to you.
Oh.
You disturb the words. I must stop you.
Tell that to the nut.
I have seen your kind before. Relentless treasure hunters. All the same.
I am nothing like Boss.
You dig too deep. The earth will swallow you.
It's not my first time. I know what I'm doing.
You must have learned the secret. You disturb the words. I must stop you.
Tell that to the nut.
I have seen your kind before. Relentless treasure hunters. All the same.
I am nothing like Boss.
You dig too deep. The earth will swallow you.
It's not my first time. I know what I'm doing.
You must. Should have left this.
Okay, I'm back.
God.
None of you.
Fucking freezing, man.
Tell me something I don't know.
Fucking good God. It is 39 degrees right now. Jesus.
Oh,
I
God.
need to know what the stones are for!
You'll need to know nothing.
One way or another, I'm gonna figure it out.
Then I will stop you.
And I will just keep beating you up.
Hey! You two! You're acting like two little schoolboys, do you know that? Boss is expecting you to fight. And while you're too busy fighting, he's gonna steal the stones from under our noses.
I must protect the words. I must atone for my ancestors.
Oh, for God's sake! Who cares? You are both stuck in the past. And right now there is a great evil spreading throughout the world. And we can choose to fight against it or each other.
I have no.
Great distraction!
I meant what I said. Let's get out of here. This place giving me the heebie-jeebies.
Okay.
Easy now. Sunan could help us with it. He knows this place better than anyone.
I should talk to him after we've followed up on all our leads here in Sukhothai. You doing okay?
I'm just not used to this.
Don't worry. I know how to drive this thing.
Sitting in this boat feels better now.
Good. I got a feeling we'll spend some time together.
Really? Madre.
Okay.
See you soon. I have something to show you, Dr. Jones. Do you have time?
Sure, show me what you got. What was that?
I have been trying to translate this document.
Requesting demolition material for excavation site. Where did you find this?
Atit found it in the possession of a team of fascists led by another archaeologist. Some blonde-haired lady who set up camp to the southwest.
What's to the southwest?
Nothing but rocks and trees, as far as I know. That explosion was even bigger than the first one. What do you think they're doing?
Something caught their eye and they're blasting
That eye
their way
patch
through it.
lady he's talking to right
Taking the
now,
slow
do you
route.
think the developers intended for her to be hideous?
Boss must be desperate.
Desperate enough to destroy our country in order to get what he wants.
Probably.
I'll find out what they're up to.
Okay. So I'm just saying, I'm like, I really hope so.
If you intend to investigate the explosion, it's only a short boat ride to the southwest.
I mean, everybody in this village is pretty unattractive.
I'm
It
sure
is
the explosion
Thailand.
came from the southwest. It shouldn't be difficult to locate.
Based.
Oh, you're back, Dr. Jones.
Got me some medicine.
You are too kind, Dr. Jones. Sometimes I miss my lab in Utep. At least I knew where everything was.
Alright, we got another health bar. That's good.
There's so much to learn. in
Oh
this
man, this
place.
made me laugh really hard.
I could write a book.
Do you have a GF? No. You have one now.
Hi there. This angle's no good. Oh, soon on hooks a big one. I hope he shares.
Oh yeah, that one picture you sent me today of like Asuka's getting ready to step on the seesaw that's like right
Yeah.
between Shinji's legs. When I first looked at that, I thought it was from the perspective of, because it was something like, you know, when life gives you lemons or something like that.
Right.
When I first saw that, I thought it was like Shinji intentionally walked over there because he was like, he saw Asuka playing with the seesaw, and he was like, this is my chance to get kicked in the balls.
Hi.
I mean, maybe he did. How would we know? We only see the picture, right?
Based.
Oh yeah, I don't know if you've seen this or not. The woman who wrote it is a dead ringer for Kamala Harris's daughter. By the way.
สวัสดี
Hey.
เล่านิทานเรื่องเจ้าชายให้ฟังหน่อยสิคะ
เอาสิ มานั่งฟังมา การละครั้งหนึ่งนาน
That is insane.
ยังมีเจ้าชายผู้ยิ่งใหญ่
They don't realize how cool they make us look, man.
Exactly.
ที่ออกจากปากเขาคือความกังวลเรื่องคนยากจน
Like you know, how Hugo Boss was able to make the Third Reich look cool,
Strong in this village.
you know? Never underestimate how powerful that was.
Right. Drip is half the battle.
โอ้โห คุณครับ คุณมีกล้องด้วยนี่นา ถ้าคุณถ่ายรูปให้ผม ผมจะซื้อรูปจากคุณนะ
Well,
Come on, is there any food in this piece of shit village? There's like no.
They are seriously just like posting pictures and videos of people being deported and like sobbing. I didn't think they like.
temple hidden in what's
The funny thing is, right wingers, people who voted for Trump, and just like anybody who's sick of this shit in general, has
It's all just collateral damage to Voss.
pretty much unanimously hardened their hearts to a great deal of things in this world. And they actually thought, here's 14 heartbreaking pictures that'll make you say fuck having borders and law and shit. And they actually thought that was going to work.
They also seem to think a lot of Trump voters thought he was joking.
สวัสดี
I don't
Yeah,
think very many people did.
What did you think deport them all meant? Vibes? Essays? But seriously, like, I'm... Like, as I'm checking it out, you know, everything I missed today, apparently this was a really popular trending picture today, and I'm like, dude, who the fuck cares? Like, that is literally what I voted for. Bye-bye.
มีปลาขายจ้า
Was it an exciting adventure?
เป็นยังไงบ้าง
Hi there. There we go.
ละสายตาไปแป๊บเดียว ปลาหายไปสวัสดี
Hi.
หลังนั้นหลายตังค์เลยนะ หายไปไหนนะ
Use the radio.
ต้องมีคนขโมยลังปลาไป อ้าว คุณเจอลังปลาฉันแล้ว ขอบคุณมากนะคะ ทุกอย่างกลับมาเรียบร้อยสักที ค่อยดีหน่อย มีปลาสดๆมาขายจ้า
สวัสดี
Hey.
กล้วยฉันก็มี มาดูกันได้
I'd love to look at your bananas, but the game won't let me take them, even though I need fucking food. God damn it.
Did you hear those explosions?
Yeah. Highland wants me to find out what caused them.
I think it came from the southwest.
Oh, today was the 1-year anniversary of Darkside Phil's Give Me Your Mailing Address, I Want to Mail You a Spoon rant.
สวัสดีครับ Are you looking for something else, Mr.
Let me think about it.
What a masterpiece.
Look, Jones. There it is. The old tree house.
So yeah, they had that picture that I sent you, and Dixon hit him with the whole, because somebody posted that and they said this is what conservatives voted for. So Dixon hit him with the whole, on the left side is Joy Jack saying that with a horrified look on his face. On the right side is Giga Chad saying that with a smile on his face.
Yeah.
I love that one.
Mhm. All right. I think that's gonna do it for tonight, guys. I gotta get out of here. Thanks for coming out. You guys in the morning.
Woo.